Okay, we're recording. My name is Missy Sorrells, and I am the Cataloger and Special Collections Librarian at PCOM. I will be your presenter at today's Lunch and Learn on e-textbooks. Today, we're going to look at some of the different ways that you can access the many ebooks that are available to you in PCOM's library's digital collection. And then we'll take a closer look at the Access Medicine ebook collection and highlight some of the tools and features. In the chat box, you will find contact information for me and the library for any questions that you may have. And you can also find this information on the library website. You can see my screen if you click on About and then go to Contact Us. And then also at the bottom, you'll see a chat button. You can utilize this at any time. So please feel free to contact us. For faculty, I also put a link to a short video that will guide you through how to embed an e-textbook link into Blackboard. It's only about 2 minutes long. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to contact us about that as well. Okay, let's get started. Barbara Wood will be monitoring the chat box, so please feel free to post any questions there as we go along. And we should also have a few minutes at the end for questions as well. So when using ebooks, especially off campus, as so many of us are now, the best place to start is the PCOM library homepage. And this is the homepage here. Our address is just library.pcom.edu. And as you go through your search, you're going to be prompted to log in with your PCOM network ID and password. If you attempt to go directly to an ebook vendor's website, it's not going to recognize that you're connected with PCOM, and you will not be able to access any of the content. So that's why we recommend starting here. There's many, many different ways to access ebooks. We're going to be looking at 4 of them today. And the first one is right on the homepage using our one search box. So if you know the title, or even if you don't, you can click on books. In the drop down, you have different options. We're going to do a title search because we have a title, and put that in here. And down below, there is a limit to box. We are looking for ebooks. So we will select ebook. And then if you click on the little magnifying glass to start the search, it takes you right into the library catalog. And this is the record for the ebook that we are looking for. You can see a picture of the cover over here, as well as some other options. And if you scroll down, there is a link right here that goes to the ebook. And we'll go back to the home page. The second method that you can use is to go right into the library catalog itself. And to do that, you want to start up here at Collections, and then select PCOM Catalog. And on the basic search screen, you can put in your title or whatever you're looking for. Again, you can do keyword search, subject. You don't have to just search for title. And then we're going to limit to ebook again here. And search, and we come to the same record for the title we were looking for. And we'll go back again to the home page. A third way you can do it, if you're familiar with our LibGuides, this is a really great place to start too. You can click on Guides up in the menu bar, All Guides, if you want to see that, or if you see one in the list that you want to check out, you can just click on it. Over on the left panel, you're going to see different tools and options for you. We're going to go to clinical textbooks. And then here we see the list of clinical textbooks, and we could just find our book here and go right to it. And I'm going to go back to the home page, and this is the fourth way. This is a really good method to use if you don't know the title, you're searching for a subject, you have no idea where to start. A really good place to go is the Ebook Libguide. So you want to start with Collections and then select Ebooks. And here is the Ebook Libguide. And this is a great page to bookmark as well. And that way you always have it, and you can always start here and do your search. So right away on the left side, you're going to see top titles. And they're alphabetical by subject. They all pop open. So if you know if you have a subject, like say you were looking for something in behavioral medicine, you don't know the title, you can click on it, and it's going to drop you to the top titles for behavioral medicine. And also down below, there is also a link to visit the library catalog to search for additional titles. So you can do that as well. So this is a really great place to start. Sometimes you may have used ebooks before. You have a particular collection in mind that you like to use, but you don't really know the title. You can go to the ebook collections button here, and it will take you to the list of our collections. And these are all alphabetical, and they'll have a little description about the collection underneath it. And for today, we are going to take a closer look at the Access Medicine ebook collection. So let's go into that. And along this search, some way you may get prompted to log in if you're not already. So Access Medicine provides you with the option to set up an individual account. And some reasons you might want to do this, it allows you to use your institution's access sites from anywhere. You can save favorite content across all access sites. And when I say access sites, I'm talking we're in Access Medicine now. There's also Access Pediatrics, Access Surgery, several others. And you can also create annotations and highlights. And you can get access to interactive review questions as well. And I'm logged into my individual account. I'll just give you a quick look at what the dashboard for this looks like. So here's the dashboard. So you can see I have some favorites saved here, some folders. You can say figures, content, tables, all kinds of stuff. And then on the left side, you can see the other access choices we have. So we could be doing a search in Access Pediatrics, and we can save stuff in our same individual account. And this says you have remote access for 90 days. This will reset. Okay, let's go back. So we're at the Access Medicine page. We still don't know what title we want. We can put something into search to get started right here in the search box. And you would just click on the magnifying glass. We're going to search for a diagnostic test. And here we have the search results screen. And we have a lot of results. We have thousands and thousands of results. So we are going to want to narrow this down. And you have 3 different methods that you can use to do this. And they're on the left here. The first one is by format. So you could do patient education, images, tables, whatever you want. Say we wanted to just look at cases. I'm going to just check mark that. And it's going to filter everything else out. And all I have left are cases. And if you want to get back to your original results, you just uncheck it. And then it reverts back. The second option we have is by textbooks. So already with our search, we have textbooks that we could go to right away. So if we want to try that, we'll just pick one here. And then it's going to go into that textbook. It's going to bring up chapters. It could bring up tables. If there is some other video content in the textbook, it will bring it up for you here. So that is a really good option to use. And then the final one down here is by topic. So you can filter by topic. If I just wanted to see search results relating to health personnel, I could check that. And it will bring those up for me. Okay, take that off. And then we're back at our original results. So that's one way to get into the textbooks. Access Medicine, they offer an extensive library of books. And if you want to see everything they have, you can do that as well. At the top here, if you click on books and go to library, here you will see everything. And these, they have, you can see the book cover, you can see the title, edition, authors. And they do have a lot of books. So this is a lot to look through. And if you want to filter this down, you can do so on the left by subject again. Like say we just wanted to look at dermatology books. We didn't want to go through all of these titles. You could just click on dermatology. and it'll filter everything else out, and we're only left with 4 titles, which is a lot easier to use. And then we'll just go back. And you also have an option of layout. So we're looking at the grid layout now that shows the book covers. It takes up a lot of real estate, though. If you'd rather look at a list, you can do that here. And then you can just see the books listed. And that may be easier to manage depending on the size of your screen. And we'll go back to grid. And they are alphabetical. The ones at the top they have here, they have newer content. They've been updated recently, so they want to have those available to you right when you get into the page. So that's why they're listed at the top, but everything else will be alphabetical. And there are some tools available to you here. You can view an exported list of resources. So if you bring this up, you can export this to Excel so you can see all the titles. You'll have the ISBN number, author, title, resource type, copyright date, the launch date when it was launched on the site, and then the link. Let me go back. And then the other tool here is View Archive Textbooks. And this is useful. You can browse previous editions of textbooks or other books that were retired from the site. If you have a class and they are requiring a certain edition of a book, a newer edition may be out, but you really need the older edition. This is great for accessing information that is in those. Okay, let's take a look at some of the navigation that's available when you go into one of these books. Right when you go in, all the ebooks on Access Medicine, they have the same general layout from the table of contents, how you navigate throughout the ebook. And it's the default landing page. When you select it, you'll pop right in here. You'll see right away the ebooks are divided into sections and parts. You can click on this and it's going to expand that open for you. So you can go right to it. And then you can also toggle and close it. You also have an option at the top to show chapters, and this is going to open up everything all at once. So if you want to do that and see everything at once and scroll through, you can do that. And you can also hide, and it'll just close them back up. On the left side, there are some navigation tools you can use if you want to see the front pages of the book. If you need to get copyright information, if you want information about the authors, editors, preface, you can find that here. And also at the top above the table of contents, there is a search box. So if you want to do a search inside this book itself, you can do that as well. Okay, now let's take, we're going to go over the navigation of the chapter itself and look at some of the tools we have available to us. So let's open up part 5 here, and we'll go into chronic non-cancer pain. And one of the great features that Access Medicine provides, especially for greater accessibility, is a listen feature. And what this is going to do is going to read the text to you, as well as it will highlight along as it goes along. And I am just going to play a little bit of this so you can see how it works. Okay, so you can get a little taste of that. And this also has a little settings cog here, and you can adjust the highlighting color if you want a different color. You can adjust the speed, different things. And above the chapter, there are some other features you have available. You can download the chapter PDF, and once you do this, you can also print once you get it to your computer. There is a share option, and you can share to email, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Reddit. If I click on the email, it just pops open a box to populate. It has a subject for you already, and you can put a message in. Another great feature is Git Citation. And Access provides citations for textbooks and chapters in AMA, APA, and MLA formats. And you can copy and paste the citation right here. Or like say you use RefWorks, there's option down here to download the citation file for all kinds of different programs. So for RefWorks, you would just click on it, it's going to pop up, and you would download this to your desktop, and then you could upload it into RefWorks. I'll close this. And then you have a search book that pops open a little search box. If you wanted to do another search here, you can do that. And it just toggles on and off. You can close it. And this is something really great. If you have another reason for an individual account, there is an option you can do highlights and annotations. So if you're logged into your individual account, you can highlight something or annotate. So I have the option here. It says annotate or highlight. I'm going to highlight it. And then it highlights for me here. And over these tools here will turn it on and off and get you into your individual account to control that, manage the data. You can also, if you're in your individual account, you can download section PDF here or a star. If I select this star, it's going to, I can save it into some folders I have, favorite figures or save content, create a new folder. That's a really great feature. And then if you unclick it, it takes it out. And then at the top right, you can see you can navigate to the previous chapter or the next chapter without having to go back. So that's pretty handy. The next thing that we're going to look at is extracting images from a chapter. So if I just go to this top search bar, I'm just going to type something in here. And then over on the left again, we see our filter choices, and we're going to do images because we want to extract an image here. And it's going to filter everything else out, so you're left with images. So I'm going to pick one. And it's going to, when it opens up, and then it'll pop you right to the image. So right when we get here, one thing that you can do right away if you want, if you right click on it, you can save image as, and you can save it to your computer. And then you have several options down below. View full size. If you click on that, it's going to pop it into a new tab, larger so you can view it. Favorite figure. This is one that if you have an individual account, you can use, you can save it to your account. So if I click on it, if I want to save it, I'm going to say, and it says added. And then again, if I wanted to remove it, I would just click on it again, and it's the star turns off, so it's removed. And then a third option you have is to download a slide for a PowerPoint presentation. So it'll bring up a file. And I have this saved already, so we'll just bring it up. And here's what it looks like. It's really nice. They have it populated already. The citation information is at the bottom. They have the source information. And then you would save that to your, you could save that to your individual account as well. Okay, let's scroll back up. Another thing that you may find when you're going through Access Medicine, some of the textbooks will have it and some don't, are review questions. And Harrison's will take a look at that because they have it. And you're going to see two new buttons, go to review questions and also go to cases. So we'll click on go to review questions. And here you can create randomized quizzes of any number of questions. And you can also create customized quizzes. And this information, a lot of this information can be accessed many different ways on the site. So you can also come up here to study tools, and then you can find review questions here. So let's go click on go to cases, and you can also go back to the book here as well. We'll go to cases though. And here you can see different cases. And again, on the left side, you can filter out, you know, focus in on what you want. If you want neuroscience cases only, you can click on that, and there you go with the neuroscience cases. Okay. And in addition to ebooks, Access Medicine, they has a lot of other resources that you can take advantage of. And a lot of them, they're going to find them up here in this top menu bar. For instance, multimedia. If you select that, you can go to lectures. And there are going to be all kinds of lectures on different subjects here that you could look at. I'm just going to go into anatomy really quick. And here's a bunch of videos, and they will play for you. We'll just click start. Okay, and it just starts, and we'll go back. Also here, you're going to find Harrison's pod class, which is really interesting. There are a ton of episodes. I encourage you to check these out. So you can really spend a lot of time looking around in here. Another thing that is kind of nice, they have under patient ed or patient education handouts. And these are available as PDFs. And if you click into one, it offers a few more options. You can print them, email, and then if you have an individual account, you can customize. And then you can save it or unsave it. Okay, I've gone through a lot of information. I wanted to give some time for questions. Barbara, are there any questions in the chat box?
Mitzi, there are no questions in the chat box, but I have one.
Okay.
What if you're in a class and you know the name of the class and the number of the class? How will you find your textbook?
Well, the classes usually give out a syllabus. So you could use that.
To get the title of the book?
Yeah, they usually have a list of textbooks on the syllabus.
Okay.
I would start there.
So,
or you could go to the guides maybe and look for things there as well.
Kian Chen has a question.
Yeah.
Hi, Mitzi.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Okay, thank you for providing the seminar. I think it's very useful because you're like, I also follow Barbara's question is, yes, we do provide, you know, a kind of a reference book for students when we have a course going on. And I usually will copy the link, or, you know, I have the link embedded with the title of the textbook. However, sometimes students cannot get right away. So I just would like to know which is the best way to get, you know, when students look at your slides, oh, this is a reference book, I want to check it out. If the students can click the book name and then go right to the book, it will be much easier for students. Do you know, do you have any suggestion?
Well, it depends what you want to do. Like I said, the Ebooks Libguide is a really great place to go. Because right here, when you click on these that are listed here, it is going to go right to the book.
Okay. Yeah, the reason also I like the Access Medicine, they have multimedia. So I have videos. I would like the student to watch it before they come to the lecture. However, I got emails from the students indicate the link does not work. I think now, you know, for ebooks, particularly listed on our website, it's very easy to get it. However, sometimes they need multiple sign in, log in. I just would like to know which will be better way.
Well, the best, like I said, the best way to start is from the library homepage, because we license this material, and if they don't recognize the student is, you know, a student from PCOM, they may not provide access. So if they start at the library homepage, let me just go back here, and then they could just go, you know, navigate through here wherever they wanted to go. If they wanted to go to the ebooks page, they would do that. And it's already going to, while they're doing this, it's going to log them in. They're going to get prompted to log in sometime in their search, and then they will be authenticated, and they'll be able to get to that ebooks.
Missy, can I jump in for a minute? This is PJ from the library. Regarding videos, Mitzi mentioned earlier that you get more functionality in terms of access if the student actually establishes a personalized login once you're in Access Medicine. And Mitzi briefly talked about that, but as you're teaching the class, I would always encourage students, in order to ensure full access to all the resources, including multimedia, it would first be able to make sure that you actually establish a personalized login once you get to the landing page of the resource.
Okay, got it. I will look into the personalized login.
Yeah, and Mitzi, if you could just show them how.
Yeah,
how
that's right up here. You can see my names here. That means I'm logged into my personal account.
Okay.
And then if you click on Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, there's a drop down and I can go to the dashboard.
Okay.
And they can save all kinds of content here. And then that's going to guarantee that they have access to.
Okay, good to know. All right. I have a second question because I use a library textbook lots of times. So regarding the board review, I know, suppose they have a question, like I have a, paper version of the board review book, so they always have a question at each chapter. However, when you go to the library webpage, you cannot see the questions. Like you said, you can make the practice exams, but you cannot see the questions which is particularly relevant to the chapter. Do you have any way we can see the questions, particularly refer back to the chapter, not really you random pick up questions? I just want to know, do you have any way?
You're talking about the review questions?
Yes. So for example, we have this pharmacology board review book. If you go back to the ebook, I can let you know which book I mean.
Okay, let me go.
Go back to the library website.
Is it an
Okay.
Access Medicine ebook or something else?
It's a Katzen. If you go to the library website, ebook, yes, under the pharmacology, if you go P, under pharmacology, we have a Katzen pharmacology, yes. So I think it's 1, 2, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6, you can see that's the Katzen travels. Pharmacology, yes. Board review. They have chapters, they have a contents, but you really cannot see the questions. You can choose any chapter. You can see the part 1.
Okay.
Yes, if you go, yes, pharmacodynamics. And then you go to end of the chapter. They do not have question there.
You mean down here?
I do not know. It's just that they do not have question. But they're supposed to have a question after each chapter. But they give you option for you to make a practice test. But, particularly when students start to learn, I would like to know if the students can get questions.
So that may be something, Missy, unless you have a definitive answer, that may be something that
I think we need to talk to the vendor about that.
Yeah, Susan, Sue Pluta would answer. So I would take the faculty member's name and we will get back to you about that particular question.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah, and Mitzi, you have Sue Pluta's contact.
Yeah, I can contact you.
Yeah, Eric, there was another question about, okay, so yeah, Mitzi will drop the link, Eric, into the chat box at the conclusion of the session. I believe that was the plan.
It should be there already, but I'll put it in again right now. Are you talking about for the video?
Yeah. And then Bettina, how can the instructor about checking out an ebook, Mitzi? How can an instructor, I'm sorry, I got distracted. How can the instructor find out how many e-textbooks are available for checkout?
I gave her the link to the LibGuide, PJ, the Ebooks Libguide. But Bettina wants to also know with Duo, they're prior to logging in.
Okay, there's a little feedback. You were saying there's a problem with Duo?
That's the question Bettina has. With the upcoming Duo, is that a barrier to logging in with a personal account, for creating a personal account in Access Medicine?
I don't think it would be. It wasn't on the list of programs that would be affected, but if it is, it would be something that we would figure out and correct it. And then as far as access, let me go back to this page here. So you could always contact us for more information. A lot of the ebook collections have unlimited access and they have unlimited consecutive access, like the Access ones. The one that I know of that is more restrictive for sure is Rittenhouse, and they access their content by license. So if I wanted, say you have a big class and you need more access, it's one person per license, so we would have to buy multiple licenses to increase usage for that. And then most of them have unlimited. A few, like I said, R2 are restricted. And then I think some of the EBSCO ones and ProQuest may be limited to 1 or 3 people at a time. These are consecutive usages. And also a lot of them are unlimited as well. But if you have a question and have trouble with accessing, please contact us and we'll check with the vendor about that. Are there any more questions? Okay, looks like we're out of time. Again, this video has been recorded, so it's going to be available on the PCOM Libraries YouTube channel. And also, if you would like, you can contact me or anyone in the library. We will send you the link if you can't get to the YouTube channel. So thank you very much for attending and enjoy the rest of your day.